everybody. Today I thought it might be beneficial to walk you through how to adjust the data screens on your activities on your Garmin Instinct watch. So as I mentioned with all my videos, I'm using the regular Garmin Instinct watch. This isn't the solar or tactical version, but the direction should be the same if that's the model that you have. The other thing is I'm using the fields, the buttons, as delivered from Garmin. I haven't made any adjustments to the hotkeys. So if you've changed some of your hotkeys, this video might not work out as well for you. So I'm going to first start by saying this is a little bit more advanced than some of the other videos I do. Usually the menu options with the Garmin Instinct are pretty basic. This is pretty basic too, but it is once you get used to it. When you first get into it, it's a little bit more confusing. So let's just start with the basics. Let's say you've got your Garmin Instinct and you want to go do an activity. The quick way to do that is you're going to press the GPS button, which is the top right button on the watch. That's going to take you to your activity list, and you can go down and you can do whatever activity that you're doing. I've done some videos on how to add and remove activities from this list, but let's just say I'm going for a walk. I select that, and then when this comes up, if you're ready to just go walking, you just press GPS, and now you've started your walk. You'll notice that currently I'm showing two what's called data screens, data fields. I'm showing the current temperature and I'm showing the distance. You'll notice my distance isn't moving because I'm sitting here. I'm not actually moving. But those are what's called data fields. And those are great, but you might, somebody might want to see more than what's showing here, or they might want to see different values than what's shown here. You might not care what the current temperature is, you might not care what the distance is, or maybe you do care about those, but you'd like to also see something else, like maybe your heart rate. You can actually change the data fields that are showing here per activity, or you can change how many data fields are being shown on your screen. And that's what I'm going to show you here. So I'm going to stop this activity. I just wanted to show you kind of what data fields were first. I'm going to stop it, and I'm going to discard it. And then we'll just go back to the beginning. So I'm back on my home screen. I want to go for a walk, but I want to change the fields that are displayed when I go for a walk. I'm going to press GPS to take me to the activities, and I'm going to choose walk. But before I start the activity, you'll notice that right here there's a little settings thing. Shows you some different things. It's basically showing me that I'm connected to my phone, my current battery life, and then there's an options. So if you press the menu button, which is up, that'll take you into your options for this activity. I can set a target, or I can arrow down here to walk settings. I'm going to press GPS to select walk settings, and you'll notice the first option is data screens. I'm going to press GPS again to go into data screens. So now I'm in the actual settings for my data screens. As we saw before when I did my activity, I'm showing the current temperature and I'm showing distance. Now I could hit the down button and I could add a second data screen. But in this case, I don't like having multiple data screens. I just want to adjust these data fields that are here. To do that, we're going to press the GPS button, and now we can customize the layout of that screen. Currently, we're showing two fields. Field 1, you'll notice that it's highlighted, it's shaded here, showing you which field that is. It's the temperature. If I arrow down to field 2, you'll notice the bigger box is shaded. That's my distance. So that's fine. But we said we wanted to get another field on there. We wanted to do heart rate. So we're going to go to layout, press GPS to select it, and now you can change the layout of the screen. So this is what it currently looks like. I press the down button. Now all of a sudden I've got 3 data fields. Press it again. Now I've got 4 data fields. Press it again. I've got 4 data fields, but they're in a different layout. Press it again. I've got 5 data fields, and so on. That's really it. And now we're back to the 2 data fields. So in my case, I had said all I wanted to do was keep everything the same, but I wanted to add heart rate. This looks pretty good. I've got the same thing as what I had before, but I've got an extra field up here that's distance. Once you've got the layout that you like, you're going to press GPS to select it. Now I've got a 3-field layout, and then I can go down and adjust the field that I want to. So we've got temperature as field 1, we've got distance as field 2, and we've got speed as field 3. Well, I don't like speed. I'm going to put heart rate there instead. So I'm going to press GPS while I'm on that field. And then I'm just going to arrow down to the field that I'm looking for. So I'm going to check out the heart rate fields. And the first one is heart rate. I could do average heart rate, I could do heart rate zones, but we're just going to do heart rate. Now I've adjusted my data fields. Field 1's temperature, field 2 is distance, field 3 is heart rate. Once I've got it the way I want, I can just press the set button, which is your back button, go all the way back, and I can just start my exercise. Now, you'll notice that as before, we just had 2 fields, distance and temperature. Now we've got temperature, distance, and heart rate. The nice thing about this is it will remember this for the next time I do this activity. So I'm going to stop this activity and I'm going to discard it. But you don't have to set this every time. Whatever your activity was set as, the next time you do that activity, it's going to remember that data field layout and your data screen. So if I go in here, choose walk, it knows exactly how it was the last time I did it. The other thing that's kind of cool is those data fields are unique to the activity. So if I go down here and I'm going to do a climb instead of a walk, you'll notice that my data fields are totally different. Hikes the same way. So you can adjust your data fields depending on what activity it is you're doing. But that's all it is. All it is it's just a visual representation of the data fields that you're interested in seeing while you're doing an activity. So I hope that helps. I hope I didn't confuse you, but as always, if you got any questions or you need help, leave a comment, and I appreciate you watching the video. Thanks.